Do 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 do. Trash. All right, so I'm just gonna be here by myself. That's okay. Episode 2 of this show. It's on HBO Max. It's called, what is it called? Oh, Coming from America. Not to be confused with the movie, the sequel of Coming to America with Eddie Murphy. All right, so this details three black families that decided to move back to Africa for various reasons, and I definitely wanted to just kind of do a quick watch party episode. New episodes come out every Thursday, so I'm gonna go over episodes 1 and 2. And this thing to me, the first episode was so cringe, totally cringy. So let me just get on. Like whoever comes in, cool. If not, no big. I'm just pretty much doing this for myself. But yeah, let's go. So we got a monologue. So the hashtag blacks it. Oh, it's four families, not three. Okay. So this one particular YouTube couple is pretty popular. They moved to Africa and started a tourist business. This is so nah. Okay, monologue. Okay, it is. Yeah, once again, it is Coming from America. This is episode 1. So we go to the Gerald Kelly family. First family up to bat is Gerald Kelly. He is a C-list comedian. He has no memorable jokes. The only thing I remember from him, I even knew of him because he had green eyes, and all of his kids are in comedy. They're moving to Accra, Ghana. So Gerald by himself had 4 kids. She had 3 by herself. They have one together. Now, not all the kids that wanted to move to Africa with them. So the ones you don't see on camera are the ones that didn't want to go. I'm sorry, they're not funny to me, but it is what it is. So his friends in Ghana convinced him to move to Ghana because the comedy scene is about to take off. Mind you, he clearly says he never broke into mainstream comedy here in America, but he wants to go to Ghana to build a comedy club. Boy, boy, boy. So the two older boys and the girl didn't want to go. They're either in college or just didn't want to go to Africa with them. Okay, so clearly the youngest child didn't want to go, but he has no choice. But this man is severely obese. His son is borderline obese as well. So we go to family number two. We go to Beacon, New York. Now this is an interracial family. He is of them people. You can look at his nose and tell. So this interracial couple, uh, so clearly she's the black demanding wife, and he's the patient pacifist Jew husband. The Smiley family. They're moving to Lusaka, Zambia. And they got their two little mixed kids. Okay, so their reason for moving is to get away from the stress of living in the States. And she's worried about the treatment of her mixed kids growing up in the States. So she's already conditioned her kids that America will see them as black and treat them as such. Mm. So they, yeah. So their reason is for their kids. They expose their kids to a different culture, which I mean, which is fine. I get it. I get it. So the husband got a job at an international school as a career counselor. Okay, so his wife is originally from Jamaica, but she's Americanized. Okay, now his parents don't like the idea of them leaving. The mother is outspoken, so they're making jokes about them blaming his black wife from basically taking their son away from them to a whole nother country. And so the parents show up, and the black woman's already have she's having an anxiety fit. She's already having an anxiety attack. All right, so we're back to the Kellys, back in New York to the Kellys. He is not a funny comedian to me. Now I'm sure I know he gets steady work, but like, nah, he. That, okay, so the weird thing was he was saying his fan base in America loves him. But if that were the case, you wouldn't be moving your family to another continent to start a comedy club if you had a loyal fan base like that. But you know, it is what it is. So here comes this Ghanaian comedian that he knows. His name is Chris Brown, and so he's telling Gerald like, "Yo, it's ready." So like he's explaining to his sons like you're going to Africa to live like an African while he's wearing Jordans. So you come here to live like an American, and he's giving them the 411 on how to live like an African over there, what to prepare for. Talking about bush meat. Mm. So he says Chappelle is thinking about opening a comedy club in Ghana. Oh, okay. So the Ghanaian comedian tells them they like a lot of drag comedy. They like a lot of physical and drag comedy in Ghana. Interesting. So there's okay. Let me stop right here. So Gerald Kelly and his current wife are currently separated. They're currently separated, and yet they decided it'd be a grandiose idea to pack up their bags to move to Ghana to start a comedy club. Jeez, E Pete's. So he's on his Judge Greg Mathis trying to work his way back to his wife. The wife says they have a lot of things they're working on. She wants more of a life outside of her husband and kids. Yeah, she put everything on the back burner that she wanted to do to focus on raising the kids and being and having a family. This is a recipe for disaster. So you're leaving the country fractured. Wow, that's a hell of a gamble. All right, so we go to L.A. The next black family. We got one of these spiritual chicks. One of these I'm on a healing journey type of chicks. Okay, so she's moving to Ghana as well. She's from LA. If I hear somebody say "step out on faith" one more time, she's got 4 kids. They're moving to Accra as well. Okay, she's a spiritual healer, but she's also an Emmy award-winning makeup artist in LA. She's a single mother of 4. So she has an older son, 2 twin 15-year-olds, and a little girl. She plans on homeschooling them in Ghana. Once again, I'm watching Coming from America. It's on HBO Max. This is episode 1. She took a DNA test and said she was 96% African. Okay. She even admits that she does things on a whim. So they lived in Chicago, New York, and moved to LA in 2015. She had a man. They had a daughter together, and they broke up. She said this move to Ghana, she wants it to be the last time she uproots her family and moves. That's all they know, lady. And of course, she's talking with the sister girls about if she possibly meets somebody in Ghana, possibly having another kid. This bitch is ugh. So the kid's looking at her like, "You worried about dating?" Okay, I've noticed this. Let me pause it right here. Her braids, her box braids, immaculate. The boys' dreads, matted, not all knotted up, need to be retwisted. Ain't been retwisted in some months. The other boys fade halfway decent, and then the oldest son, his hair, he's got a hat on. But how is your box braids on point, but your son's locks are like months behind on retwisting? But you know what? That's another conversation for another day. Of course, one of her friends has an African friend, a friend in Ghana, and he's single. Blah blah blah. Yeah, she's talking about keeping an open mind, open heart to meet somebody in Ghana. Okay, we're back to New York. We're back to the Smileys, the interracial couple. So the in-laws show up. His parents, his Jew parents. Yeah, they're not. They don't like the idea of them moving. Now her mom shows up. Her mom is Jamaican. So they interview the parents, and they're like, "Yeah, don't go." Yeah, the mother thinks they're not thinking it through. Okay, now here's her mama. Okay, her mama is from Jamaica. Says she's not gonna go visit them. She hasn't been on a plane since she moved from Jamaica to New York. Now she's crying. But her mom says she's not gonna visit. Mm. All right, so everybody's boarding. Everybody's at the airport. This had to be a couple years old because they're still wearing masks. So they really don't have a plan once they get to Ghana. I'm talking about the Smileys. So not the Smileys, but the Kellys. So the Kellys, the comedian family, don't have a set or solid plan, right? Don't have a plan per se. The Smileys, which is the interracial couple, he already has a job lined up, so they're gonna be straight. The single mother has a plan to open a spa retreat. So, jeez, it's a 10-hour flight from New York to Ghana. Yeah, this footage had to be a couple years old because everyone's in masks on the airplane. Okay, hell. Okay, wait. All right, so the OG couple that moved from the states to Ghana, they opened up a tourist attraction business, like a welcoming service. So they pick up the Kellys. What the fuck, man? Definitely calling Comcast today. But then they were working on power lines on the corner, so I hope they didn't mess with anything. I'm just waiting for my signal to come back. Please forgive me. Good morning, well, afternoon, everybody. Those that are here. Once again, this is coming from America. Oh, yeah, we're back online. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, Expat Life Ghana is the couple that was like the OG YouTube couple. They started the tourist business out there, so they're kind of their tour guides for the Kellys. Now, wait. So they're so plugged into Ghana. They actually brought one of the chieftains and his one of his wives to meet the Kellys. The Kellys are so culturally ignorant. They keep bowing to the king, and that's offensive. The Kellys are so culturally ignorant as to the customs. They keep bowing to the king, and everybody's like, no, oh my God. It is not a customary thing to bow. He said, we thought that was the thing to do because you're culturally ignorant. She says, I'm following his lead because he did the research. What an what a doofus. Okay, so the single motherlands, Julia Javon Davis. That's her name. Look, Gerald acting like he ain't never seen black people before. He's like, everybody's black. Everybody's black. Here we go with the mother Africa. Okay. Okay. They ain't got no Wi Fi right now. They already complaining about no Wi Fi. So Expat Life Ghana is going to try to plug some things for Gerald Kelly as far as the comedy side. So basically, this man has no plan. He has nothing set up. No McDonald's, no In N Out Burger. They have a Pizza Hut. No Burger King. There are no red or green lights in this part of Ghana. It's just yellow, flashing yellow. Oh, no. Where's Club Fortune when I need him? So they're in Lebone. So a single mom found a crib in Lebone. It's like the suburbs. And I ain't gonna front. The house she's renting, that shit is plush. I mean, that shit is plush. I mean, big ass open size, oversized doors. It's a tri level, big ass rooms. I mean, her crib is laid out. So she's in Lebone, Accra, Ghana. All right, we about to see the Kelly's house and see what they picked out. Waiting for him to figure out the keys to open the door. Okay, they shit plush too. Yeah, yeah. Open, spatial. I mean, just palatial laid floor plan. Like they shit is laid out like it's all lots of space. Tiny refrigerator. The refrigerators are small. She has to figure out how to work the international outlet because he couldn't figure it out. Now, mind you, they're separated. This man moved his family with his separated wife to Ghana to try to open a comedy club. All the rooms are big as hell. These look like California Kings almost. Okay, looks like the parents got a California King in their room. The boys got maybe a just a regular king. So they have little gecko lizards in the house. It's just like in Arizona or like parts in Dallas. You just have little lizards that find their way into your homes and be on the side of the wall. That's nothing. They still have no internet, no Wi Fi. Mm. No Wi Fi, no cell service. That's messed up. Okay, who are we going back to? All right, we're back to the Smileys. They're in Lusaka, Zambia. The only smart couple that already had a job lined up before they moved. Clearly, she is the dominant personality in this marriage because she's fussing at him on how what to hang up. So she's like, "Let me do it." Cause they live in the suburbs. They live in Hollandu. The complex is called Netto Park. Yeah, it looks like something out west. Their home. Okay, I guess it's an odd thing to walk your dog on a leash. Once again, oh, they don't have a washing machine, and they have a lot of flies. The refrigerators are very small. She's learning to drive on the right hand side. Okay, she didn't start driving until her late 30s. Holy cow. So she refers to herself as I have to figure it out. I have to figure it out. So clearly she is the dominant personality in that marriage. I guess their streets are a little bit more narrow than here in the States, depending on your location. And you have to drive on the left hand side. So not only are you driving a right handed vehicle, but you're driving on the left hand side of the traffic of the road. Yikes. Okay, so pedestrians do what they want as far as you have to avoid the pedestrians, not the other way around. There's no there's no street lights, there's no stop signs in their area. Shit, I'd be nervous too. Okay. The Davises. Who is this? Is this a single mom? This is a single mom. Okay. She goes to scout the competition. She goes to a spa. Right. She went to a day spa to check out the competition, see how they do things. So here they bring out the aromatherapy. They bring out some plate with some smell goods. Okay. It's Mati Spa that she's checking out. They got crystals. Now, mind you, this is what she does. Hold, let me pause it here. So you have the African version of a day spa when it comes to energies and spirituality, crystals and shit. And you have the Western version. This is what she does on top of being a makeup artist. But the whole spiritual day spa, you know, chakras, this is what she does. And there's one point where he doesn't even realize he's talking about the wrong type of crystal. So just based off how she ran her spa in LA versus what she sees in Africa, she could make a killing. But let's continue. She has to correct him about what a clear quartz crystal is versus an amethyst because he didn't really know. You know what I'm saying? They're not well versed in crystal crystallology, I guess. Definitely more now. Okay, so now here's the massage part. This is a creepy. Okay, listen. If you ever get a chance to watch this shit, it's on HBO Max. I'm on. It's. I forget how many episodes it is, but we're covering episodes 1 and 2. And the massage part, when he's giving her the massage, the shoulder, he's got this crazy look, and she's faking like she's enjoying it. It's so cringe, y'all. Cause she's got all this weave and these box braids, long ass braids and shit, and he's trying to move it out the way and give it. And he's got this look on his face. It's weird as hell. Weird as hell. Okay, they call this is their version of a Swedish spa therapy. He's got this look on his face, y'all. It's crazy as hell. Now you have an African trying to give an American a Swedish spa massage. That was literally 3 minutes of the most cringe shit I've ever seen. Yeah, she's gonna kill it if she does it the way she want. Yeah, she's gonna kill it. All right, so we're back to the Kellys. We're back to Accra. We're back to the Kellys. They go to the grocery store called Palace. The Palace is, I guess, considered to be the Walmart of Ghana. So this footage, not this show, but the footage has to be a couple years old because they're wearing masks in the grocery store. Everybody's masked up, masked. Everybody's masked up. Gerald's really on his motherland kick. Like it's cringe, man. So you know what's weird? They're actually blotting out the image of his Nipsey Hussle T-shirt. You know, remember back in the day, MTV would blot out the labels. They would censor the labels. They're doing the same thing here with his Nipsey Hussle T-shirt. I wonder why that shit's blotted out. So they're looking for milk. They're looking for refrigerated milk. There is no refrigerated milk in this grocery store. Just basically box milk. And they're like, no, we don't have any milk that's in the refrigerator. We just have box milk. She's looking for Lay's, no American labels, no American products in this grocery store. It's all African or wherever they get their stuff from. Okay, so one of the workers, she's like, a lot of Americans come here expecting American stuff and they get confused. Okay, so shout out to this young African lady. No, really, I like her accent. She said his family's very confused. Okay, now we go back to the Smileys and Lusaka. This is the interracial couple. Even though this woman is extremely domineering in her marriage, I don't like how she, but that's, once again, that's their marriage. None of my business. But his parents are already on their way to come see them. His parents already on their way. They already on their way to come visit. And he already tells his wife she's staying with them during her visit. They'll be there in 2 days. I will say this. One thing I will say for the husband, you're not gonna tell him what to do with his mama because she doesn't want his mother to stay with them. And he's like, oh, she's staying here with us. That's what you're not gonna do. You can be the most domineering. You can be the love of his life, the center of his universe type of wife, And you, I mean, you could punk him and all, but what you're not gonna do is tell him what he gonna do with his mama. And she's already having flashbacks of a panic attack because she's literally sitting here like, okay, episode 2. This comes out every Thursday. New episodes every Thursday. Skip that. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Once again, this is Coming from America. This is on HBO Max. This is a total shit show. All right, who is this? Who is this? Who is this? All right, we're back to the Kellys. They're going out to eat. All right, they're about to try Ghanaian food for the first time. So there's no menu. They have pictures of the food on the walls. They're already wearing a little African garb in their interviews. So no utensils. You have to eat with your hands. Whew. No utensils. Oh, you only okay. So one of the other patrons had to tell them you're only supposed to eat with your right hand. Right hand only when you eat in Ghana. So everybody was using both their hands. Your left hand is used to wipe yourself. I'm just watching them eat with their hands is disgusting. Maybe it's the way they're doing it. It's making it look disgusting. All right, back to the Smileys. Back to the Smileys. Okay, so everybody's getting settled. So they hired a helper. Her name is Alicia. Okay, $50 a month to hire basically a housekeeper. $50 a month for a helper slash housekeeper. Where's Martina? Okay, mother-in-law shows up. Boy, she traveling like she's the mob queen. She's in all black and white. Mom said, "I'm coming out." All right, mom shows up. Here we go. Listen, the daughter, she didn't even want to open the door for the woman. Wow. All right, we're back to the Davises. Is this the single mom? Okay, we're back to the single mom. Back to single mom. Wait, because of what? Oh, his visa. Okay, the oldest son had visa issues, wasn't able to travel with them, but he finally showed up. He's 24. Okay, so mom is giving them the speech. Is a chance to do something new, something fresh. Okay, so she's the type that, because she said with each move she wants a little bit more out of life. She's a flighty chick. This chick is not stable at all. She lists all her things to do. Find a man is on her thing her things to do. Like this chick. Oh, all right. Back to the Smileys. She opens the door for mom. This fake ass hug they gonna gave each other. Wow, this is bad. Oh, gave her a hug too. She didn't want to give you. She didn't want to hug you. Just get shake the woman's hand. Okay, they have to take off their shoes so they walk around barefoot. So mom says it looks like Florida, and old girl's like it's not like Florida. Okay, they call it transitional help. She's the mom tells her you have a helper, but you're not working. It must be nice. Oof. The mother-in-law is hell. Okay, so mother-in-law is gonna try to convince uh daughter-in-law's mom to come out to see her. Okay, okay. Back to the Kellys. This shit show here. So they're out going for a walk. Once again, there are no stop signs, no traffic lights. Yeah, Gerald's 10 toes down with this. He's like, I love it. I love it. I love that culture. I love the people. Okay, now here's the problem. The wife is like, listen, how about we look into real estate as a potential source of income? Because Gerald, the comedian, is all hell bent on opening a comedy club, banking on his comedic skills to hit it big in Ghana and be the Dave Chappelle of Ghana. The wife is like, that doesn't sound very practical. Let's do something practical that we can, both do. That's not such a high risk, possibly high to low reward. So she's like, what about real estate? Okay. Because based off what the Ghanaian comedian told him, Chris Brown said, Dave Chappelle is thinking about opening a comedy club here in Ghana. So Gerald's like, well, shit, I would have a foot in the door. That's not how that works, but let's continue. She already states this is a huge financial risk for them because all he's ever done is comedy. All the kids know is comedy. No other skill set. So we talk about skills and resources. I mean, I get it. His comedy has provided them a nice, stable life in America, but that doesn't necessarily translate well into a whole nother country where, what I'm saying, comedy isn't what it is here in America. But okay. Okay, so they cashed out their entire life savings to do this. And he has no shows booked at all. So he moved there with an idea, no shows being booked as of yet, and just just on a whim, like almost like just yeah, I can do it over there since I can't do it here. This man's an idiot. This is not how you lead your family. No, this is how you lead your family into poverty or something worse. Oh, and then she brings up the marital issues. She said, I don't want to come out here doing the same things that didn't work for us in the States. She's referring to their marriage. And this nigga's playing deaf. Like he doesn't hear what she's saying. All right, so they talk about the issues of blended families, being the stepdad. This is Gerald talking now. Okay, perfect segue. She says, I don't think he realizes the sacrifices that I've made for this family, right? She feels neglected. It's the same thing Judge Mathis said about his current separation with his wife, or soon to be ex-wife, that the wife feels neglected. And, you know, for all of the men that are out there conquering and dominating their fields and becoming masters of the universes, yes, you do have to kind of remember that there is a wife that needs attention. I get it. I get it. You can't neglect a wife. It's a very, very serious thing. Okay, so she was a music journalist, but she gave up that career to marry him, help raise their kids together, and have a kid with him. So yeah, that's wow, wow. Okay. So she says she feels like she's not being seen, valued or heard. Speaking of not seen, valued or heard, hey, come here, B, come here. Hurry up. Come here. How was work? I don't want you to feel like I neglect you and that you're not valued or that you're not seen or heard, okay? Work was cool? Yeah? Did you go to the store? No? It's okay. I'll take care of it. Because what you're not going to do is get your ass on this camera talking about 10 years later. Yeah, he neglected me. Nah, because I'm this couple here is the second couple, and the woman's, whatever. Okay, so this Negro, they're currently separated, but they decided to move from New York to Ghana. Yes, yes, and he has the idea of opening a comedy club in Ghana. He's a C-list comedian that you never heard of. He never was able to crack it in the states. So he feels that Ghana is like the next hub of comedy, right? So based off a friend from Ghana that's a fellow comedian, he tells him, hey, Dave Chappelle's thinking about opening a comedy club in Ghana. So he's like, well, if I get there first, I'll get a leg in. They cashed out the entire life savings. Um, they're separated. He's all in for the comedy. They have no shows booked for him. They just got there. She's like, hey, let's look into real estate. Let's learn a little bit more practical. So we get some income coming in. He's all hell bent on the comedy thing. So now she's like, okay, we still got issues. I said, I didn't want to come out here to do the same things we were doing back there. She gave up her career in music journalism. She got a bunch of kids. He had a bunch of kids. They got married. They raised kids together. They have one kid together. So basically, she's feeling neglected, unseen, unheard, and unvalued. And this nigga is just like, well, marriage, it takes a hit, like these niggas clueless. So I'm only in episode 2 of this shit. So I mean, it's four families that moved to Africa, so they're just chronicling their journeys and struggles and successes and shit. But I'm rooting for this shit to crash and burn. You know why? Because because even I know, as flighty as I can be sometimes and be aloof, shut up. I know there's directions I can't take this marriage into, just all based off a whim, right? I gotta look into shit and make sure this shit is solid, not only for what I'm saying, for us. I just can't. We just what I'm saying. Like, hey, let's go move. It's one thing to move to another state, even halfway across the country, but to a whole nother continent. And this is what I do, and I have nothing lined up for when we get there. Okay, ain't that what a good wife does though? Like, okay, baby, I trust you. That's like that sounds that sounds worse than that sounds worse than what. I don't know. I don't know. That's the whole. That's the part of the journey. We're not gonna be homeless together, no. That's what I not that's some bullshit. That's what we're not gonna do. You better get your ass up, get on that pole, and get what you can, and bring it back to us so we can build up and get back on our feet. Yes. Then the gloves and ski masks come back out. What you talking about? I would never take that chance with us though. If we ever became homeless, like really fucked up, you go to pole, you grab the pole, I grab the ski mask and gloves, and we meet back up, and we pull our monies together, and we get back on our feet. That's what we do. You don't see too many homeless couples together like that. I haven't seen homeless couples like that. I haven't. I always see mainly the men, and the women, for the most part. If a woman, she got to be really fucked up to be homeless, because somebody gonna take her in. I'm not even family, but some random ass man that's like, I need.
In this day and age, no one wants to go sleep at some random guy's
You were like
home.
sleeping outside underneath the tree,
All these females getting cut up and stuff. Yeah, I'm not
and they
sleeping
still and
under
there's
the tree. I'm gonna sleep in the
those are
tree.
chances they still take. Women been getting cut up since the 70s, 80s. Okay. Oh my God. Nobody will cut you up. Oh my God. Let's get back to the show, y'all.
I'm about to go give Journey on
Eyelashes for what? You have no eyelashes.
eyelashes. Exactly.
So
She's
now,
gonna. That's why I bought the stuff, but I still have two more packages coming.
do you?
Yeah. So listen for them. I'll
Oh,
be back though.
okay.
You wanna bring some of these
Yes,
back?
I'm very hungry. So we can skip.
Oh man.
We
No,
can.
we're gonna. I thought we were just gonna fast until dinner
Fuck.
and movie.
All right.
We were gonna leave at 3.
All right. When I'm done with this, I'm going to the gym, and then.
Yeah,
All right.
and then you come get dressed and stuff, and we leave out.
Okay.
All right.
All right. All right. My bad. My bad, y'all. My bad. All right. Let's get back to this. Get back to this. The Titanic, called the Kelly's marriage. He's like, we should have no problems. Okay, here we go to healing. She needs healing, spiritual healing. Yeah, he's all into this whole Africa thing. Like he's completely immersed. All right, back to the Smileys, the interracial couple. Once again, HBO Max, coming from America. All right, they're having date night. Yo, her husband looks like MC Search, like 30 pounds lighter with a bald head. That's who he reminds me of. MC Search, because you know MC Search loved the sisters. Like he's been married to one for a good long while now. But her husband reminds me of MC Search with a bald head, 30 pounds lighter. So they're meeting the locals. Okay, she doesn't see color. So the locals are like, oh, he's white. Okay, he said he feels self conscious walking around with his wife because there's not a lot of white people in Lusaka. So they stare at him. Oh, there's so many layers to this. I'm not gonna pick through all of them, but there's so many layers to why he's looked at the way he's looked at in that country per se. That is some spiritual residue, right? If you believe in the Akashic records and things of that nature, like what's ever passed, whatever traumas is passed down to generation, and if you descend from a lineage of people that have caused people intense amounts of trauma, they may look at you funny. They don't even realize why they're looking at you like that, but something in their DNA says, you know what? He's not to be trusted because I can't put my finger on it, but I don't know why, but he's not to be trusted. You know what I'm saying? There's so many layers to this, but we'll just keep it surface level. They're not used to seeing white people in Africa, which is kind of weird because if you go to South Africa, they're whatever, and the colonizers, and Asians, and it's weird. It's a weird dichotomy. But let's continue. Okay, back to the Kellys. Okay, the youngest boy, he's having insomnia. He has insomnia, so he's homesick. Oh, so he's so the youngest wants to doesn't like sleeping alone. So the mama, well, here's the fucked up part. Okay, so the mama comes in to sleep with the boy to make him feel better because he's having homesickness issues. I wish. Wow. Yeah. Couldn't be. Nah. Get your ass back in his bedroom. Yeah, he'll be all right. Wow. Okay. We're back to the single mom. Okay. So you went back to if you go back to episode one, the single mom's friend had a friend, a male friend in Ghana. She's like, I can hook you up with him. So he sends her a care package of scrubs and oils and shit like that with a note saying, "Hey, meet me for dinner. I like to get to know you better." Blah 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 blah. Okay, and I like how they go back to Expat Life Ghana's channel and use different clips of what to do and what not to do when you're in Ghana. Once again, Expat Life Ghana is like the OG couple when it comes to Black Americans moving to Ghana. They've experienced everything, and they've established a very successful like touring company, right? So more than likely, if you move to Ghana, you're going to meet them. Okay. Okay. So Expat Life Ghana says the men in Ghana are extremely aggressive, right? They'll give you a dating proposal. His wife said, "I've got marriage proposals from men," and the husband's like, "Yeah," while I'm standing right next to her. That's bold as shit. So this Ghanaian man that's friends with her friend from the States issued her a dating proposal. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so we're back to the Smileys. So the husband's like, I gotta make sure my mom has a good time. So when she goes back to talk to his wife's mom, his mother-in-law, she's able to convince her to, hey, yeah, it's a good idea to come out and travel and see them. But it's all predicated on how mom feels, which is kind of messed up. So they're gonna go on a safari. The mom does not want to go. The mother-in-law does not want to go on a safari. Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. Back to the Kellys. All right, she's getting her hair done. All right. So she's bonding with her hair braider. This woman has very old blonde. She dyed her hair like an orange blonde, and it's the roots are growing out, and it just looks like shit. So yes, it's best to get her shit braided. I'm talking hair care products, olive oil, shea butter. Wow. So basically, to braid her hair, it's $20, which is 200 CD. Okay. So while the mother's out having her spa moment, Gerald and his sons are making fun of Hunter, the little boy, the little one, because he's homesick. Okay. So they're doing a little bonding moment through video games. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see. There's a package. Okay, somebody sent them a gift of goats. What? Somebody sent them two goats and two chickens as a housewarming gift. Look, they just don't know what to do. Two chickens, two goats. So he's complaining. He called the property manager about the goats. Oh, he called Tony. Tony is expat life Ghana. Tony Jones, that's his name. Okay, okay. So the chief they met at the airport sent them as a gift two goats and two chickens. When someone sends you a goat, it's a very expensive. It's goats are very expensive. So for anybody to go out of their way to send you a goat, that's a very good thing. They went through a lot of trouble and spent a lot of money to do that. Okay. Okay, they deem you an important person to for them to give you a goat, to gift you a goat. And it's disrespectful and frowned upon to give them away. Yo, Gerald is just mad ignorant about everything, and everything is a joke to him. So out of these two episodes so far, they've been there for 3 days. So this is literally their third day in episode two there. So, okay, back to a single mom. She shows up for her date. He looks like Peter from Real Housewives. He looks like Peter. If you watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Peter was married to was it Portia? Not Portia, but he got the bald head, gray beard. He looks like a Peter, kind of, sorta, aesthetically, right? His name is Gus. This is Julia's date, the single mom. She called him Pimp Juice Gus. She's not feeling this dude. She's not feeling him. We're not even halfway through this date, and I can tell she's not feeling him. But let's just watch and see what happens. And for those that are wondering, this is Coming from America. It's on HBO Max. This is episode two. New episodes every Thursday. Okay. She refused a glass of wine. She doesn't drink alcohol. And he's like, "Why don't you drink? Is it a spiritual thing?" Uh oh. Okay, he has a Rolex. Is that a Pepsi? Is that a Pepsi Rolex? The Jubilee bracelet. Okay, yeah, she 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 lists the ages of her kids. He's faking trying to smile through this shit. This is painful to watch. He's not already like wow. She notices it too that oh, he got a phone call. She's like, who is calling? Okay, so he asked her what does she do, and he tells he she tells him, well, I'm an Emmy award winning makeup artist, and he's like, what is that? Like that means nothing. Like what is an Emmy? to me or to us over here in Africa. Like, what is that? What is that? Like, what? She, it's the whole conversation of them leading with their accomplishments, and he's like, "What is that? What's an Emmy?" This is funny but painful to watch. This should be its own episode of dating outside of America. This should be its own episode. I'm waiting for somebody from those communities to pick up on this, the dating dynamics of single moms when they date other men from other cultures. Because you're gonna get reactions like this. A lot of times the guys don't want to be bothered. It's like, oh, you got a bunch of kids, and then it's like, well, what do you do for a living? And then, well, I do this. I am this. I am that. It's like, what? What is that? I don't care about your accomplishments. So she's a Reiki master. Spiritual awareness, something that I pick. Okay, okay. He's on the phone. He's a businessman. She thinks it's all for show. She's offended because he took a bite of her food off her plate. She's like, "Oh, you didn't even ask." Listen, leave that black woman shit. Oh my God, so many things wrong. Leave that black woman shit in the states. This is a perfect prime example. This should be like the poster child. The what not to do when dating as a single woman, single mom in another country. Leave that American shit in America. These people don't care for what you think. So she's already madly offended because he took a bite of her food off her plate. She's like, you didn't even ask. He's getting more phone calls. So he's definitely checked out of this date. Wow, he tells whoever on the phone we'll be done in 20 minutes. So he's already made up his mind about this chick. So she's like, don't feel bad for having to cut this date short. Oh, he just leaves. Oh, he opens he he just left. He gave her a hug and he leaves. He left her at the table as he should. She looked in the camera like, what the fuck? No, bitch. Like you. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're back to this. We're back to the Smileys. They're on the safari. They're on the safari with mom and the grandkids. Once again, this is Coming from America, HBO Max. This is season 1, episode 2. They're on a safari. They're on a safari. What's up? Wait, wait, wait. Hey, no, no, hey, I ain't forgot about you. I ain't forgot about you. I think I have an idea for topics. I think I have a pretty good slew of topics I would run by you. So I'm thinking next weekend, but I'll email you. Don't not to worry. Not to worry. Hmm. Okay, mom and the mother-in-law is like, okay, she's having a good time. That's good. She's having a good time. Okay, they see hippopotamus. Okay, danger. Yeah, hippopotamus are extremely dangerous. I think they kill more people than than lions. If I remember correctly, like hippo attacks are extremely common. Okay, so okay, mom is tired of walking. Oh wow. So they got to this safari park, and the cafeteria is closed. So they picked the wrong time to go. So they've been walking around out of the boat ride. They're extremely hot. Their clothes are soaked in sweat, and there's no food in the kitchen. Wow. So mom's like, "What the fuck? This is that." All right. So they're in Lower Zambezi. All right. So he's telling his wife the kitchen's closed. We just got snacks. Nothing's available. So they went during the off season, which is why they're the only people there at the park. So mom is like ready to go. She's not even paying any attention to the grandkids at this point. I know that look. That's how my mother looks when she's ready to go. Okay, so they're spending the night here. Her dress is completely soaked in sweat. They have no hot water. Oh, it's okay. They have hot water. It's warm water. It's not hot. So mom is already about to spaz out. Like, so wife is worried that mom's gonna go back, mom-in-law, and tell her mother, "Don't come out. It's a shit show." All right, back to the Kellys. Back to the Kellys. See how long have I been on? Only an hour. Okay, not bad. Not bad. It's almost over. It's almost over, y'all. All right, so the wife came back. Her hair's she's all braided up. Yeah, okay, so he's trying to explain to her what happened with the goats and the chickens, why they're there. The wife is already like, I'm trying to be bothered with this. Okay, so Hunter is like, he's down with it. This is going to help him with his anxiety and his homesickness. Have something to take care of. This dude's a clown. Okay, back at the Smiley's, Lower Zambezi, back at the resort. They're back on the boat again for another safari. Okay, so they're going to another resort. Okay, this looks nice. Okay, so they're at another resort. It's open. They're being greeted by the workers. Okay, mom is smiling. She likes it. They finally hug the mom and mother-in-law. Oh, this is okay. This is lit. This resort is plush. Okay, individual pools. Wow. So the individual pools are literally outside, and literally, if the animals wanted to come up to you, they could. But that's how outside the pools are. Oh, that's wild. Okay, wife is crying because she's upset that what her mother's missing by not coming to visit them. Yeah, this couple they gonna be together for a good long while. Clearly, they're the strongest couple out of this bunch. All right, so now they're in the Land Rover, actually going out on a safari. Okay, this is good. This is a good way to wrap up their safari on a high note. Okay, this is nice. Once again, for those that come in late, this is coming from America, season one, episode two. It details the family four families that moved from basically New York and LA to Africa, um, Zambia and Ghana, and this is their adventures. I'm only invested into this show because of the Kellys, because Gerald Kelly is an idiot. He's an idiot. Oh, here comes an elephant. Uh oh. Oh, is he posturing? Is he posturing? Well, you know elephants like to do a fake charge. So he charged once. That's funny. The elephant's still there. And they're off. Uh oh. Are they backing up? Okay, the elephant walks off. Okay. Oh, they turned around. Oh. They actually turned around because of the elephant was fake charging them. Wow, that's intense. That was intense. That was intense. All right, this episode's almost over. Almost over. Okay, we got 2 minutes left. All right, back to the Kellys. Back to the Titanic. Okay, they're talking about real estate. Okay, the wife said Gerald is under the impression that this move is going to fix our problems. The wife was like, that's not the case. So Gerald is seriously, cannot read the room, has no idea how bad it is from his wife's perspective. This guy is clueless. Clueless. Okay, so when they first met, Gerald asked his wife then before she be to be his business manager. Okay. Okay. Okay, so then she says he has not respected her business sense nor her business decisions in regarding to how she should manage his business, his career. So why would you bring the woman on to do that if you're not going to take what she says? Oh, wow, this is a mess. Wow. So when it came to business advice, he would ask her a question and then go ask somebody else the same question to validate or invalidate what she said. This is probably, I'm going to assume this is probably why he's still a C-list comedian, because he wouldn't take her advice, didn't listen to her. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's partially why he is still an unknown C-list and possibly D-list comedian, because whatever ideas and plans she had, he didn't listen, or advice he didn't take. And then he's like, "Well, that's old. That's old. That's old." Like, no, nigga, it's still fresh to her. Wow, this guy is fucking clueless. He doesn't even recognize that he did anything wrong. That's the first problem. She's like, "I need him to understand where he went wrong." He doesn't even think he did anything wrong. That's how much of an uphill battle she has with this guy. He doesn't even think he did anything wrong. Wow. He says, "Well, Lamar is right. We need better communication. We need better teamwork." No, nigga, it's you. It's not we, it's you. You're the problem. Wow, clueless. He's so not funny. It's not even funny. Okay, that was episode 2. Oh, wow, I can't wait to see how this unfolds by the end of the season. Holy cow. Okay, okay. Let me look up some real quick. Let me look up some real quick. Let's see how that season wrapped up. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Gerald Kelly marriage. What does that look like? Okay, let's do comedian. Because I don't think they broke up. I think they're still together. Mm, okay, let's go to this IG and see. So the only thing we got is just them promoting the yeah, all we have is them is one post of them promoting the show. That's it. That's it. Let's see. Does he have any shows booked in Ghana? Gerald Kelly's 30-year anniversary comedy special. Like I said, you don't even know who this guy is. The majority of y'all don't know who this guy is. Let's just be honest, okay? No disrespect. Review the details. This is back in 2021. Oh my, bruh. This is all we got. This is all we got. So I'm gonna watch it to the end. I'm gonna watch it to the end and see how this shit show turns out. I don't think his marriage is gonna survive. I don't know. I don't know. All right, I'm out of here. I gotta go hit the gym, and then I gotta go see Transformers One. And with that being said, yeah, I'll put this on the movie review. So someone couldn't help me. Had to get my. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. Let's not do that. Rose Gold. Since someone couldn't help me, I'm always available. That last call we had, I couldn't hear you because your phone was kept breaking up. Don't do me like that. There's never been not a time I've not offered advice or anything. Stop that. Let's not do that. Okay, so I gotta get on the road and hit the gym. So I will catch y'all tomorrow. Me and Walt Diddy. Tomorrow, me and Walt Diddy. All right, peace.